Hey guys, this is Joe with the Idaho Auction Barn. Got a really unique opportunity, I think, for some of you. If you buy and sell old car parts, you got some equipment. We've got a collection here. There's military trucks in here. There's I got a military crawler in the back. He likes Studebakers. Got an old Ford Super 6. Anyway, I'm going to show you around here a little bit. We'll kind of delve into it. Check out my description. I'll try and put a list of some of these vehicles as well with a few year makes and models. Got a Studebaker Champion over here. Got a Studebaker, what do we got on this one? Commodore, right there. Look at that old Studebaker. You're buying everything, guys. So it's going to be a little bit longer video. So I'm going to try and go slow, let you look around. This little shed right here was full of all of these car parts that this guy had collected for years. We brought it out, put it on some tables to try and show you what he's got. And I started visiting with this gentleman several years ago. And we were going to try and do something for him back then, and unfortunately some health issues kind of stalled that out, and now I'm working for the estate, the family. And look at the old military beds. So when I visited with him a couple years ago, he had just used this crane. He was trying to get some cars moved around and get ready for sale. So at least a couple years ago, he just run this, and as far as we know, it still works. It's nothing to write home about. It's it's definitely a farmer special. What do you say? But there you go. Anyway, so we're selling all of it. Yes, you are responsible to take it all as well. There's going to be scrap and some wood. Most of it is car parts, engines, just everything. So I see 1, 2, I see 3, 4 engines. A couple. I think that tranny is attached to one of those motors. That's a 41T, it says. I know you guys are going to be like, what was that? What was it? That's an engine out of a Willys Jeep right there. There's going to be so much here that I can't, we're not going to be able to identify everything. We're going to try and give you an overview of what you're getting. These cans and stuff here were tools, and there's radiator parts. There's a dash off of something. This is probably one of the vehicles he was working on. Look at all the mirrors. Who knows what all you're going to find. Trim. Couple of off a Chevy. Oh, look at that white rotary sewing machine in the case. A bunch of jerry cans all over. There's some cast iron pots and pieces. Here's some more pulleys and carburetors. There's some parts off of some engines he'd pulled apart. Radiators, pulleys. Trim, starter. 58 Chevy headlight parts. So 58 Chev. Well, there's tools in here as well. Here's a stack of parts that he'd been saving off of the military trucks, doors and trim and fenders and just everything for military. Kind of stacked it up here. This shed, there's nothing left in there for sale. They moved it all outside. so it could be seen. There's some hoods there. Whole bunch of bumpers off of these old cars. So bring some good flatbeds and bring some equipment. Load this all up. Load up these old cars and frames and fenders. But if you've got the market to resell all these parts and pieces, guys, you're buying it all. So here's a Chevy. What is that? 2-door coupe. Got a Imperial. Probably T-Bird, I guess. You guys can correct me on a lot of these things that on these old cars. I might have a few things. Dodge Brothers. On this old beast. This one back here, I had to come back here and lift the hood to see the engine before I started the video, because this whole cab is 1/4-inch steel. Look at that, 1/4-inch steel. That thing's got a, yeah. I think that says pyrite, if I'm not mistaken. 322570. So he had pulled a few things off of it. Got this old unit here. Some of these doors are hard to get opened, but the back of this, he's got an engine stashed in there. Get my video in there to firing order. See if you can see what it might be. My guess is it's off of some of these military trucks. Would be my guess. That he had saved. It was one that he was going to put in, for restoration. And I know this is a bit of a long video because there's a lot to see here. Just an old toolbox. And I can't remember what they call these. He told me, and I'd looked it up later, there was a term for it. You guys will know right off. This is a military crawler. I thought he said called it an 8-track or something like that. But it's sitting here. I think there might be some parts over on the other side of another one. Here's another old military truck. Some cabs in here. Two cab frames. Some fenders. Don't remember, did I show you this 4-door Ford? I think I talked about it. And that's a Super Deluxe. I think I said Super 6 earlier, but anyway, excuse me, Super Deluxe. Oh, there's the 6. I knew there was a 6 on there. How about a Dodge Brothers truck? Might need a little help on the suspension. It's leaning to the right a little bit. That's all it needs. Got an engine in the back. 2 engines in the back. Got a whole bunch of doors in there. But if you've been looking for military parts and pieces, this is the one. Yeah, there's going to be a lot you're probably going to recycle and scrap, but you're going to want to go through it to see what all you find. Hey, check it out. Studebaker. Studebaker pickup. Got a GMC here. Look at the big winch on that. That's got a couple cabs in the back. So this trailer here, not sure I'll open the back, but if I remember right, it's jam-packed full of car parts. There's door frames in there, things that he'd collected. Those are fuel tanks. Who knows what else you might find in there. It is, well, I'll lock that up here in a minute. It's jammed to the gills. No. Whoa. Yeah, lots and lots of doors, it looks like. I don't want to open that all the way right now because I'm afraid they might fall out. There's some wooden side rails from some of these flatbed trucks and military trucks. Here's a Ford F600. Another Dodge Brothers. Not sure what we got here. A lot of the emblems are missing. Got a hood. Oh yeah, here's the other track. Kind of hiding back here. And it might just be the frame. Oh no, that's the back of a truck. Looks like the frame was cut and they were trying to put on the tracks on it or something. Anyway, so these are all just parts and axles hiding back here. I don't think I showed you the Studebakers we got over on this side. Got a little Chevy S10. Oh, here, while I'm headed over to the other, well, yeah, let me show you the Studebakers first, then we'll come back up to these bottles. We got a Studebaker Commander. We've got a Studebaker Champion. So as far as we know, we have titles for the majority of these vehicles out here. Obviously some of the cabs and the chassis parts and stuff we won't. Some of these you guys aren't going to worry about a title because it's just literally for parts, and there's not enough left to actually create a vehicle out of it. So I can't guarantee that we've got a title for everything, but we've got a pretty good stack of titles that have been matched up to the majority of the vehicles out here, and that will get transferred for you. So if there's one particular one that you're really interested in before the auction, you're like, hey, I want to make sure that, you know, that Studebaker truck has a title for it. Let me know. We'll try and verify any specific ones that you're interested in before the auction. But as of right now, I know that like these Studebakers, I'm pretty sure I got titles for all the Studebakers, and we'll try and verify that for you. Some of these are tough because we can't find VIN numbers. Everything's kind of been stripped down so much. We have a title, but we're not sure if it's the one for the vehicle. So in that case, you know, you can have the investigator come out and check it over and get a title created for it. And we'll help you through that as well. So over here, look at all these old bottles that were in that shed. This is kind of fun. A lot of them are turning purple. Yacht Club salad dressing. Then we've got all these old bottles. Whitmore, Boston. There's some really cool ones. Winona, Minnesota. McConnon and Company. Man, there's some classics in here, guys. Oh, check out this one. Magnesium citrate. Look at the color of that. That is awesome. Really, really cool bottles. Boxes and boxes of them. Kist Beverages from Chicago. Look at that old bottle. Get it in the video. Vest Cola. Thought I saw one here. Roselle Bottling Company, Pocatello, Idaho. How fun is that? Thought I saw another one of those. Yeah, here's another one. Roselle Beverage Company, Pocatello, Idaho. All these old bottles. Here's some old winches off those trucks. Again, you're just going to find there's headlights, there's trim, there's fenders, there's just a little bit of everything. And yes, you are responsible to take it all. Got the fenders back here. So, and I know a lot of this will probably end up being recycling. But you don't know what you're going to find once you get going through there. A little bit of wood and lumber, things like that. I know there's a dump down the road that you can dump things you don't want. So there's no reserve. Whatever it sells for, it sells for. So yeah, you're going to get an opportunity to get some really cool cars, but you're also going to you know, have to work for it a little bit. So I'm going to bring you inside. There's a little bit more inside the shop I want to show you. All right. So check out this hubcap collection. I mean, there's probably, I'll bet you there's about 1,000 hubcaps here. What do you think? Ford, Oldsmobile, Buick, Cadillac. It looks like he had them all categorized. Chevy, Mopar. So all the boxes were labeled. Got bumpers over here. There's some fenders, running boards, grills, tools. This was his shop. Let me just back up here. I don't know if I showed you the whole shop. He had a lot of boxes and trash, and just, it was packed pretty full. So the family's already hauled out a good portion of all the trash to kind of open this up a little bit, especially because we wanted to get to the Studebaker that's hiding in here. So let's see what this Studebaker is. Champion. Wasn't that the same as the one outside? I think it was. I think they're the same, if I'm not mistaken. But here inside, you can see he was collecting door handles and parts for this one. Fenders. There's some chrome trim, and all the parts that he was collecting for it, he started putting inside. You can see some windows over there and seats. There's another grill. And there's tools and things like that that he was using, that he'd been collecting. Some kind of military satchels, buckets, slings or something like that. Kind of cool. Look at the canteen. Some neat old jars, more jars, insulators. I will probably have a preview date. We'll post it in there, where you can come up and look at this in person. It'll probably be the week before the auction. We'll open this up. I can't give you the actual location of this for safety, security issues. More old bottles. But we'll have a preview. You're welcome to call me. I'll try and answer any more questions for you on this. And most of this is just parts and pieces and tools that he'd collected, that he'd stashed on here. Like I said, they cleared out a good majority of just the boxes and trash and stuff that he'd had, and got it cleared up. Give us a little bit more visibility. Look at this old Pepsi vending machine. How fun is that? If there's anything attached to the building, that stays. Okay. But everything else has got to go. There's a table saw. I think I got a little bit up on the loft. I'll walk you up there, but let me just show you from here. So he had a bunch of stuff for the military trucks that was hidden up here. I see some front grills and some seats that look like they came off the military, and a whole bunch of the bows that go over the back of the truck for the canvas. Right there. Those look like what, go over the bed of the truck to protect it from the weather. There's a bunch more there. So that's all up here on the loft. And, in these boxes, it looks like parts and pieces there. Parts and pieces. These are things that he's been collecting. So all that goes as well. The items in the office, they put his personal effects in the office right here. So there's nothing in the office that's included. Just everything outside. I think I pretty well covered it all. Again, I know this is kind of a longer video. I'll take some pictures as well. And oh, here's something I missed, guys. License plates. Montana 73, Texas 70, Idaho 64, Idaho 80s. Those are popular again. Starting to see those around. Here we go. Idaho 48, 1500. Idaho 49, 779. 67. Another 67. Those are pretty decent condition right there. farm truck, Idaho. I thought I had there was one I was looking for. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. I'm going to pause this for just a second. Here we go. I thought I saw this one somewhere. I'd forgotten it outside. I wanted to bring it in. That's kind of a weird looking one. Use fee 2244, 1969, Idaho. So, what do you think? Was that for, you know, what kind of vehicle was that for? Official, government use, or something like that? Milwaukee Miller. So, anyway, I think I got everything there. I know I started to wrap this up a minute ago. Oh, check out the lantern. There's just so much here. It's going to be hard to just absolutely show you everything. He was in the military. Got some surplus. Look at this old jar. Is that an old fuel jar off of some old vehicle, perhaps? You guys will know when you see it. Tools. Oil filter. Oh, here's a workbench. Nice Vice workbench. So, yeah, there's probably stuff that I've missed going through here because every time you look, there's a little bit more. But if you have any questions, give me a call. We'll try and get those answered for you. Again, we'll try and have a preview date. Here's the deal. There's a lot here. There's a lot of value. There's a lot of stuff that's probably just recycle or trash. But if you've got the equipment and the means to get this picked up, hopefully it'll be a good opportunity for somebody. And we are a little bit in a remoter part of Idaho, which is why we're doing this. We're looking for guys who, you know, have some wreckers, and maybe you've got the market to resell old car parts. Well, here's a guy that's been collecting for many, many years, and we've got it spread out. We're going to sell his whole collection just like it is. So, again, if you got any questions, give me a call. Appreciate it, guys. We'll see you online.